Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the fight game. The sport of boxing, the numero uno of the combat world, is home to numerous world-famous superstars right now. But what's most important is that those superstars are merely beginning their journeys. One of the oldest sports in the world remains forever young. In our last video, we took a look at 15 of the best knockouts to truly appreciate the power a perfectly placed punch really holds.
Thought it was just a dream, best I'd have never seen, playing on the greatest team, just I, myself, and me. I got that new thing, new style, new walk. I got that new vibe, new grip, new talk. 11. Been traveling around the world, and ain't nobody quite like me. I got that new thing, new style, new walk. Go ahead, take a picture.
Canelo Alvarez, Teofimo Lopez, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. And that doesn't even scratch the surface. From top to bottom, boxing is back. With destroyers like Inoue, Golovkin, and Wilder, the sport is home to all sorts of talent, devastating knockout artists included. That's without mentioning perhaps the most devastating of them all, Gervonta Davis.
Here's a guy with over 2 million followers on social media. He's rubbing shoulders with rap royalty like Drake. And just like Atlanta's Migos, Davis came from nothing to something. And if he continues to deliver like Santa, more and more people are likely to pay to view the Tank experience.
What's incredible? Oh, and down from his... Oh, my. There is a lethal left uppercut.
Thought it was just a dream, best I'd have never seen, playing on the greatest team, just I, myself, and me.
Knockouts, masterclasses, slugfest, drama, confidence, destruction, whatever you want, boxing's got it. Just like knockouts, nothing gets fans jumping out of their seats like an eye-catching perfect shot. And in this video, we take a look at 25 punches that are just epic. Keith Thurman is a hard-punching welterweight.
Punching everything you can muster up to hit him with. And tonight, that's what Lawrence gonna look like, but there he goes. Well, maybe not.
This punch makes our list not only for landing, but for the stare down Thurman gives his opponent as he falls to the floor. This gazelle punch from Sean Porter lands perfectly.
Porter with the hook.
Porter springs off the floor in a leaping hook, landing clean. Adrian Broner is a very talented boxer.
8 of the 11 rounds.
This left hook lands perfectly as Broner jumps in to knock Porter down. Jean-Riel Casimiro is a boxer from the Philippines. Watch him land a bizarre uppercut to end the fight.
Another nice uppercut.
This punch defies all conventional rules of boxing. A lead uppercut thrown while jumping in, then rolling his opponent's hook and turning his back as his opponent subdues to fatigue. This is a Matrix-like sequence. This uppercut from Joshua is one of his most picture-perfect.
But it's another thing doing it if you feel it.
From Anthony Joshua.
As Joshua pulls Klitschko's head down, he throws a massive right uppercut to launch Klitschko's chin sky high. The uppercut is a strong punch Joshua holds. The fights between Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin were just epic. Canelo is a great counterpuncher when pushed to the ropes. Canelo gets down low and then lands a counter right uppercut on Golovkin. The rematch turned out to be an even better fight, showing the whole world what boxing is capable of.
As though if Canelo steps it up, he could go for the stoppage. But
here, Golovkin lands a crushing right hand to the side of Canelo's face, snapping his head to the side. Canelo is hard to land clean on as he often rolls his head with the punches, but this wasn't the case here. Teofimo Lopez is the king of the lightweight division.
here at the start of round 2. Oh, what a big shot!
This epic right hand knocks his opponent down. Both boxers throw the same punch, but Lopez lands by being more accurate. Errol Spence is an excellent fighter on the inside.
What hasn't landed? Who's has landed cleaner? Who's has done more damage? It's impossible to calculate, but there's Spence!
Spence lands a short left hook to Porter's chin, knocking him down. Watch how Spence controls Porter with his lead hand to set up for the hook. Andre Ward was the person to deal Sergey Kovalev his first loss.
That's why Ward's coming at him now. Oh, there you go. Right hand.
This crushing right hand lands perfectly on the chin. Ward is a boxer of pure precision. This sequence from Ward is the ultimate showcase of his boxing ability.
It's one of the things that drives him and makes him good.
Ward manages to parry Barrera's jab, then lands a right of his own from the opening he makes with the parry, then blocks the following left hook from Barrera. All of this done in under 300 milliseconds. So Rungvisai is a boxer from Thailand with thunderous power.
What else can you ask for? Look at that. Down goes Chocolatito on a colossal right hook.
This right hook on Roman Gonzalez is savage. As Gonzalez comes forward on a counterattack, So Rungvisai swings a crushing right hook to the chin with the compounded momentum of himself and his opponent. Adrian Broner brings life to the party, but Marcos Maidana brings power to the ring.
And there's a right hand lead by Maidana that sticks. Another right hand. Broner goes down for the first time in his career.
A looping left hook on the chin drops Broner, sending him to the ropes. Marcos Maidana remains the only person to ever drop Adrian Broner. Naoya Inoue has great balance and stability in his legs.
This is a fearsome flurry, and he's got him with a left.
Inoue drops his opponent with a monster left hook. He would go on to win the World Boxing Super Series with this victory under his belt. Daniel Jacobs arguably had punch of the night when he fought Canelo Alvarez.
Jacobs comes back, but not as big apart from that one, which is a left.
Jacobs lands a crazy left hand. Canelo manages to utilize a head roll to deflect the damage, but nonetheless a very impressive shot from Jacobs. Back to the Golovkin fight. Canelo lands his deceptive left hook.
The skills to control the fight with the jab.
Yes, he does. Oh, good shot.
Only a few boxers have been able to score on Gennady Golovkin as clean as this. Canelo's fight against Smith on DAZN was home to this beautiful uppercut.
Oh, the uppercut there.
This is of course a common move from Canelo, flicking the right hand up as a feint, then coming up from down low to land clean. The liver punch is the pound-for-pound best body punch.
In the eyes of judges, incidentally, he won at least 40 and down goes Maidana.
Here Khan lands a crushing left hand to Marcos Maidana's liver. Next up we have this knockdown from Israil Madrimov.
Fight by Ivan Baranchik. That would be difficult.
Good hook, and down he goes!
Madrimov steps and slips to the outside, then jumps in with a massive left hook. Generally, when a boxer moves to the outside, a punch from the outside is expected, which would be a right hand in this case. This resulted in his opponents moving back to right to avoid that, but Madrimov actually comes up with a left hook instead, landing clean. This hook from Manny Pacquiao is very unique.
Jim, I tell you, that one point
Landing while rolling is a very hard thing to do and requires insane boxing technicality. Gervonta Davis is a ruthless power puncher.
Back with a left. Gamboa and Davis now in the final 15 seconds. And Davis lands a left hand, dropping Gamboa again.
Here Gamboa tries to initiate a clinch with Davis, but Davis pushes him off and lands a crushing left hook. The ability to control your opponent like this at world level is very important. Jaron Ennis is one of the best prospects the sport has today.
Right hand and down!
Ennis is a fast boxer. Throwing a right hand over a lazy jab knocks his opponent down. Mayweather's win over Oscar de la Hoya catapulted him to superstardom.
10 rounds finished, 2 rounds to go.
Here Mayweather lands a clean right hand just at the end of the round. This punch from Golovkin is very impressive.
Hammering him like that body shot.
Golovkin lands a punch immediately after getting hit. Golovkin keeps his balance and momentum moving forward with a punch despite getting hit flush. Golovkin's power and chin is much greater than his opponent's, and therefore knocks him down. Mayweather is a perfectionist when it comes to counterpunching. Here, Mayweather leans back to avoid Maidana's jab, then lands a straight counter right hand. That was 25 epic punches. We hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one here on The Fight Game.